TODD SNIDER, and the Bootleggers.
Hello! Hey, listen, before we even start tonight, I want to say thank you to all the crew people and all the people from Margaritaville that came down. And I want to tell everybody else here not to let all the new people here freak them out. Another thing I want to say, I don't know how you go about it. I've never dedicated anything to any like this, but I want to dedicate this entire show to my father, who is sick. And Saturday night they're going to shut the doors here. We're going to blow the fucking roof off now. Well, I've been sitting here all night long. Hell, I've been singing to every song. I ain't asked for nothing. that try to put us down for no other reason than the fact that we get around. My generation, part 2, 17, 7, hut, 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 hut! My old man says the Woodstock generation found a way to make this nation open up its eyes and take a look around. Says my generation ain't good for nothing. I could think of something, so I thought I'd jot it down. Hey, here's the hair gel, hanging out at the health spot, using condom sense, watching L.A. Law. Here's the drum machine, stonewashing, credit cards, fax machines, big bow-headed chicks, and frat guys. Wearing $40 tie-dye t-shirts and big bow paisley ties. And here's to living off that as long as you can and blending in with the crowd. Oh, my generation should be proud. We were raised up in the hallowed halls, 500,000 shopping malls. There ain't any price we're too proud to pay. We'll buy anything from Diet Sprite to 1,000 points light. Hell, I admit we're not all that bright, but we're proud anyway. So here's the hair gel, hanging out at the health spot, using condom sense, watching L.A. Law. Here's the drum machine, stonewashing, credit cards, fax machines, big bow-headed chicks, and frat guys. $40 tie-dye t-shirts and big old paisley. One more time for old time's sake. Here we go. And here's to living off that as long as you can and running in with a crowd. Oh, my generation, my generation, my generation. Gotta hope I die before I get old. My generation, my generation, my generation. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Vote. My generation, my generation. What have you done for me lately? My generation, my generation, my generation should be proud. Take it on. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Some of y'all look like you might be looking for trouble around here. Anybody here looking for trouble? Well, take me with you. You're gonna get me into trouble. I knew it right off the bat. You're gonna get me into trouble. Well, if you keep looking like that, well, I may be alone. There's someone at home, I just know I'm making a mistake. A woman like you walks in a place like this, you can almost hear the promise there's a break. You're gonna make me need an alibi. You're gonna make me have to watch my back. You're gonna make me have to tell a bunch of lies. You can make me have to cover my tracks. Well, I told her I couldn't, I thought I would. Now I'm so ashamed. looking like that. Don't look like that, baby. No, 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 no. You're gonna tangle my neck. You're gonna make me do something that I'm afraid I won't regret. Well, I may be alone, someone at home. I just know I'm making a mistake. A woman like you walks in a place like this, and you could almost hear the promises break. You're gonna get me into trouble. You're gonna get me into trouble, baby. You're gonna get me. You're gonna get me. You're gonna get me in the goddamn fire. Thank you very much. We hope y'all have a good time tonight. We figured we hadn't done a gig together in about a month, so we'd get back together and record it and film it and everything. This song you might remember called Hey Texas, and we play it like this. Second and hum of some neon light. My boogie is on an old floor and stars up above in the middle of the summer on a hot southern night. Hey Texas, do you remember me? Do you wonder why I left you behind? Hey Texas, do you thank me? I think about you all the time. Well, I can almost see the way your dust hit the sunlight hang around like dreams in the air. Sometimes I sing London homesick blues late at night, and it almost makes me feel like I'm there. Hey Texas, do you remember me? Or do you wonder why I left you behind? Hey Texas, do you thank me? I think about you all the time. I think about you all the time. I think about you all the time. I do. Hey, starting to get a little loose in here, warming up a little bit. I gotta tell y'all something. That happened. I just came home. It's good to be home. It's good to be back here, I tell you. I was flying. I was in a plane. Y'all fly? Fly? You can't fly. You can't smoke on the plane no more. And so I'm on this plane for like 2 hours. You gotta hear this, because I live under this grand idea that the man is keeping me down. So I'm on this plane for like 2 hours. You can't smoke. So I got a Walkman. I'm reading the Delta airline thing. I'm fidgeting like crazy, you know. Exactly. So I'm thinking, plane lands, I'm out, I'm in the terminal, I'm smoking. Can't smoke in the friggin' terminal no more. So I say, okay, I'm gonna go get out of here. I'm with Bob. I say, I'm out of here. I go down to the very end of the terminal, down the 3 flights of stairs into this area where nobody is. There's like 5 people. I got my Marlboro lights, I got my matches, I got my shades on, I'm ready to smoke. I go flying off to the back of this room. Now this lady, nice looking 30-year-old lady, you remember this, right? She's standing over about 20 feet from me. She's the only person around, and I fire off a smoke. I'm blowing it away from her. Nobody can see me. Now this chick, like a representative of the man or something, it's like not even her jurisdiction, but I can see out of my shades. I got a Bono thing happening for me. I got my shades. I'm smoking, and I can see this lady tossing me knowing glances like I'm breaking the rules, you know? And I figure she's going to come over, so she finally does. She comes over and goes, "You can't smoke in here." It's like your little sister coming in and fucking with you, you know? I thought she was going to make a citizen's arrest, so I stood up and I said, "Look, I sat on that plane for 2 hours. I read the damn Delta Airlines magazine. Nobody reads the Delta Airlines magazine. I'm drinking that crappy coffee. I'm sitting on this plane. I get off. They won't let me smoke. So I walk down to the end of the damn terminal. They won't let me smoke. So I come down these flights of stairs. I come here, and now you're not going to let me smoke. It's not like I got bodies in my trunk, lady. I'm just trying to get off and kill myself in peace. And I think I'm an all right guy." But just the other morning, I was hanging around in my house. I had that new book with pictures of Madonna naked, and I was checking it out. Just then a friend of mine came through the door. She said she'd never pegged me for a scumbag before. Said she didn't ever want to see me anymore, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. TV and tearing up pictures of the Pope. I know I get wild and I know I get drunk, but it ain't like I got a bunch of bodies in my trunk. The old man used to call me a no good punk, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. I just won't live until I've gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, God knows I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Well, alright then, okay. Hey! Well, just the other night, these cops pulled me over outside of a bar. They turned on their lights and they ordered me out of my car. Well, I was only kidding when I called them a couple of dicks. Still, they made me do the stupid human trick. I'm stuck in this jail with a bunch of dumb hicks, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. I just won't live until I've gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, God knows I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Hey! I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Yes, I think I'm an alright guy. I think that I am I'm alright. Y'all alright? Let's start getting louder now. We are taking the roof off this place. But not until we've slowed it down just for a minute. Hey! Man, thank you. Hey, they're gonna think my folks are here. Shh. Slow trains, old flames, and faraway places. Seedy bars and beat up cars and with burnt faces. Bus stops and donut shops, dirty downtowns. Phone calls and union halls and hard rain falling down. Any penny that anybody ever lost or found. I mean, these are the reasons this world goes around. Truck stops, crooked cops, and Sunday afternoons. Starry nights and neon lights and landing on the moon. And it's hard times, heinous crimes and tabloid magazines. Civil rights and black and white television screen. Falling off and climbing up and falling right back down. Honey, these are the reasons this world goes around. Well, it's kind of like a secret that everybody knows. If anything comes easy, honey, that's the way it goes. Everybody all the way from here to heaven knows that these are the reasons the world goes around. It's laundromats and sewer rats and 15 flights of stairs. Meter maids and crack house raids, and rodeos and fairs, and a Sarasol's a shopping mall. Cranky morning moves, politics and hand-me-downs and dietary food. Feeling like you're lucky when your feet are on the ground. Honey, these are the reasons this world goes around and around. Let's sold guitars and fat cigars and newspaper stands, pawn shops and cash crops, old calloused hands, schoolyards and credit cards, good old gospel songs. Living half your life to be remembered when you're gone. It's building all your bridges, burning them back down. People, these are the reasons this world goes around. Well, it's kind of like a secret that everybody knows. If anything comes easy, honey, that's the way it goes. Everybody all the way from here to heaven knows that these are the reasons this world goes around, round and around and around. Thank you. Let me introduce you to everybody real quick. Look over here on the fiddle, Mr. Peter Herka. Back there on them drums, Joe McLeary. Over here on the guitar tonight, the legendary Wayne Perkins. I ain't got to tell you who this guy is over here on this bass guitar. I didn't think so. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put on the dark sunglasses for you here. Don't go too far. Can y'all hear that? Can you feel that? Dedicate this song to my friend Joey here. You can't groove on dope. You can't groove on wine. If you try to catch a groove watching TV, man, you are wasting time. Well, you can do what you want, you won't get far. You know the only way to groove is on a bass guitar. You find a loose knit rhythm, then you lock in tight. Yeah, you roll on it over and over till it sounds just exactly right. Well, you can learn to sing lead, you need to be a star. You know the only way to groove is on the bass guitars. It fills out the bottom, dirty and mean. Got its downright greasy when the sound man's clean. The eyes in the room, there's all looking at the star. The butts are all shaking to the bass guitar. Play it for me one time, my brother. How, 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 how. You could dress real cool, you wear real dark shades. You might be sleek and shiny and slick just like a razor blade. Well, you could drive around town in a long black car. You know the only way to the groove is on the bass guitar. I said it fills out the bottom, dirty and mean. God, it's downright grunge when the sound guy's clean. The eyes in the room, they're looking at the star. The butts are all shaking to the bass guitar. Yeah. You know, my friend Joe Mariencheck brought me this song. He told me it was the perfect country and western song. I told him it was not the perfect country and western song, 'cause it never mentioned mama, trains, drinking, jail. Shit, it doesn't even have a country beat on it. It's more of a jazz thing. Listen. I don't know what he's thinking, but he can play pretty good. Check him out, Joe. Hey! Woo! Joe Mariencheck, boy. He's on the bass guitar. Yes, sir. Y'all having fun yet? Look at old Wayne Perkins coming back. Hey! Who's got a lighter? We're gonna get y'all up dancing here for a second. Hey. Okay. Hey, you go. Well, my woman left me, and I'm so glad she did. Oh, well, my old gal left me. I'm glad she took her kid. Now I got less miles to feed. I got more room to sleep in my bed. I got the good news blues, smiling on a rainy day. I got the good news blues, sung all my troubles away. Ain't got no egg and bones, ain't got no bills to pay. Hey, hey, that's flat. Well, now politicians, man, they tell you what you want to hear. You know it's here one day, right out the other ear. You know they promise you whiskey, they won't even give you beer. I got the good news blues, I'm smiling on a rainy day. I got the good news blues, sung all my troubles away. Ain't got no egg and bones, I ain't got no bills to pay. Hey! Oh, now I told you before this show started not to get edgy because of all this stuff. Now every once in a while we're gonna switch tapes. But that doesn't mean you gotta get weird now. Hey, honey, I'm sorry. So she threw you out again. You lost the fight you thought you'd win. Hell, it happens every now and then. Hey, buddy, that's alright. 'Cause I'll show you the manly way to make it through a merry day. I'm gonna tell you what a real man say when a lady is a wall to fight. Oh, hey, honey, I'm sorry. Baby, you were right. What was I thinking? I lost my mind. Hey, honey, I'm sorry. I was wrong again. When you're fighting with a woman, well, giving up is the only way to win. Hey, you could stay up all night long, try to tell her why you think she's wrong. Hey, you could try to be headstrong, but you lose your mind. But when you're fighting with a woman friend, well, there ain't no way you're ever gonna win. So just throw that towel on in and save yourself some time. Well, hey, honey, I'm sorry. Baby, you were right. But what was I thinking? I lost my mind. Hey, honey, I'm sorry. Well, I was wrong again. When you're fighting with a woman, well, giving up is the only way to win. Hey! Oh, hey, honey, I'm sorry. Baby, you were right. What was I thinking? Never lost my mind. Hey, honey, I'm sorry. Well, I was wrong again. But when you're fighting with a woman, but giving up is the only way to win. Ain't that true? Yeah. Yeah. I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you all something. What? Anybody got any requests? No? Cool. All right, then we'll just stick to the set list. Y'all are starting to come out now, I can tell. Shut up. Yeah, we'll play that. I'm gonna do a song for you now, though. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna do a song that I didn't even know this song. I learned this song one night about a year ago. It's an old Chuck Berry song. I learned it at Newbies one night. I went down there about a year ago. And of course, things weren't going so well for the band back then. I had just run my mouth off just enough to get us fired. And I was standing down there at Newbies, and I was watching. A lot of y'all were probably there that night, you know. And I was standing there, and I was drinking me some Miller Lights, and I was feeling sorry for myself. And the bartender said, "Man, give me your keys." And so I gave him my keys, and he said, "Now go home." So I called up a cab, and this old black man comes and picks me up in this cab. You gotta stay with me now, because this is a very strange story, but you can learn from it. So he picks me up in this cab, and he walks in, and I'm sitting there at the bar, and he walks up to me and looks at me and goes, "Come on, we'll get you home." So I get in the cab, and I get in the back, and he looks in the rearview mirror, and he looks back at me, and he says, "You in a band?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm in a band." He says, "How's it going?" "Not going too good, is it?" I said, "Shit, you've been reading my mail, man." He says, "Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what people who play music say. When things get a little heavy, one thing you got to remember." And he looked at me. He looked in the back seat through this wind thing. But I'm losing myself. But he looked through this rearview mirror at me. He said, "There's one thing you got to remember when things get tough in this world." And he started pounding on the steering wheel, and he looked back at me, and he said, "Up in the morning and off to school. The teacher's teaching the golden rule. American history and practical math. You're studying hard, you're hoping to pass. You're working your fingers right down to the bone. The guy behind you won't leave you alone. Ring, ring goes the bell. The cook in the lunchroom's ready to sell. Ah, you can live beside your seat. You're lucky if you got time to eat. Back in the classroom, open your books. Even the teacher don't know how mean shit looks. As soon as 3 o'clock rolls around, you finally lay your burdens down. Fold up your books, get out of your seat. Go down the hall and into the street. Down the curb, around the bend. Right to that juke joint, you go on in. You drop the coin into the slide. You gotta hear something that's really high. All day long you've been wanting to dance. With the one you love, you make it romance. You've been playing the radio. Round and round and round and round and round. Peter Herka gonna play some fiddle. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, what in the hell is this cab driver talking about? I tell him all my problems, and he looks at me and sings some crappy Chuck Berry song that my dad likes. I'm not calling that very good therapy, you know. Then I started thinking about it. Wait a minute. This guy's right. You hear that? Just feel that for a second. That's Joe McLeary playing them drums. Check him out. Check out Peter Herka on the fiddle now. Just listen to that and tell me, is anything wrong? He was right, you know. They might got the money. They might have the house. They might make the rules. but we got rock and roll, baby. We had it, we got it, and it ain't going away, Jack. Hail, hail, rock and roll, deliver me from the days of old. Long live rock and roll, music's their body and soul. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Hail, hail, rock and roll. So sing it with me one time. Hail, hail, rock and roll. Music's their body and soul. Long live rock and roll. Deliver me from them days of old. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Hail, hail, rock and roll. Let's take the roof off this sucker right now. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and hail, hail, rock and roll. Deliver me from the days of old. Long live rock and roll. It's ours, body and soul. Hail, hail, rock and roll. Rock, rock, rock and roll. Let's play it one more time. Hey! All right. 3 songs. It keeps on getting harder to keep on keeping on with everybody screaming orders in my ear. I want to be my old man. I'd love to walk alone every time I leave my home. This is what I hear. It keep your nose clean, head above water, keep your feet on the ground. Keep your back to the wind, your thoughts to yourself. Keep an eye on the clock, keep an eye on your health. When we say let me keep to myself, I do find on my own. Yes, I would. Instead of keep up with the times, to keep up with the Jones, to keep up with the rest of your class. So I keep an open mind in this closed-minded world. It keeps telling me to keep off the grass. Yeah, keep your nose clean, head above water, keep your feet on the ground. Keep your back to the wind, your thoughts to yourself. Keep an eye on the clock, keep an eye on your health. We say, let me keep to myself. I do find a mile. One more time. Yeah, keep your nose clean, head above water, keep your feet on the ground. Keep your back to the wind, your thoughts to yourself. Keep an eye on the clock, keep an eye on your health. We say, let me keep to myself. I do find a mile. Remember that? I'm doing a couple of songs here by myself for you. I used to come down here and play all by myself before I made these friends here. This song goes back to Texas for you here. Let me see if I can get this. This ain't easy to do now because it features the hottest guitar lick known to man. Where's Perkins? You gotta spot me on this. No, wait. I gotta warm up a bit. See, this song goes back. This song goes way back to San Marcos, Texas, when I was living with my friend Trog. Trog's about 6'7", weighs 300 pounds. He was my roommate and he called the shots. Back then I was a struggling singer-songwriter, much like I am today. And back then also, there was a place in Texas that was considered the hottest, the best, the creme de la gig you could get. And it was a little place not far from Austin called Luckenbach, Texas. You know Luckenbach, Texas, Willie and Waylon and them boys. So I'd been wanting to play there for quite some time, and one day the phone rang and it was this woman and she said, "Hey, we need somebody to come play in Luckenbach." And I looked at Trog and said, "Trog, they want me to play in Luckenbach." And he looked at me and said, "Shit." So we jumped in this old yellow car that we had and we started driving to Luckenbach. The only funny thing about Luckenbach is if you ain't been there, you ain't going. Because tourists take all the signs. We didn't know this when we was loading the guitar up. We didn't even know when we was putting the amp in the back. But we figured it out once we got back out on the Devil's Backbone Highway. And it occurred to Trog and I. Well, actually, it occurred to me first. I said, "Trog, we're lost." He said, "No, we're not." I said, "You're 6'7", you call the shots." A little while later, he says, "You know what, dude? I think we're lost." So we pulled into this little tavern off the side of the Devil's Backbone Highway that was uniquely named the Devil's Backbone Tavern. We walked into the bar there, and there was this old hunchback woman behind the bar, about 80. They called her Miss Virgie, and I walked up to her and I said, "Miss Virgie, we're lost. We're trying to get to Luckenbach." She turned around, she looked at me. She said, "Screw Luckenbach, boy, drink with us." So we did. At the end of the night, I said, "Virgie, how much do I owe you?" And she looked back at me and she said, "You don't owe me shit, boy." So we started going there every Saturday. Eventually, I made up this song for old Virgie. It goes like this. Features the hottest guitar lick in the world. You know, life's too short to worry. Life's too long to wait. Well, it's too short not to love everybody. Life's too long to hate. I meet a lot of men haggled up and naggle all the time, trying to save a nickel or make a dime, but not me. No siree, no, I ain't got the time. You know, Miss Virgie tended bar at this shack out in the hills. It never made her no money, boys, but it paid up all her bills. She must have been 80 years old, but her heart was warm and her beer was cold, and she gave away more than she ever sold as she smiled all the time. I used to sit off in the corner every Friday night to a loud crowd of cowboys, bikers, and barroom fights. They was drinking beer and they was carrying on. Not a one of them had listened to one of my songs, but old Miss Virgie Hell, she sung along. She said she knew them all by heart. Then one night after closing, she poured me up a beer. She said, "Come over here and sit down, you little thing. I got something you need to hear." She said, "Life ain't easy getting through. Everybody's gonna make things tough on you, but I can tell you right now, if you dig what you do, they ain't ever gonna get you down." She said, "Life's too short to worry. Life's too long to wait. Well, it's too short not to love everybody, and it's way too long to hate. I meet a lot of men haggled up and haggle all the time, trying to save a nickel or make a dime, but not me." She said, "No siree, boy, I ain't got the time. Do, hey, hey." Now, I ain't seen old Virgie. It's been almost 7 years. I've been bumming around this country, singing songs and playing here. Now the pay is tough, the miles are tough, the nights are long and the crowds are rough, but I can't dig what I do enough, so it never ever gets me down. I say life's too short to worry. You know life's too long to wait. Well, it's too short not to love everybody, and life's too long to hate. I meet a lot of men haggle if I naggle all the time, trying to save a nickel or make a dime. Said not me, no siree, no, I ain't got the time. I mentioned earlier in this song that it featured the hottest guitar lick in the world. I believe I've proved that through the course of the song. Now I'll tell you why it's in there. You see, I played there every summer, and off in the back of the bar every night when I played there in the summer, there's this old drunk guy that sat there. I used to think he liked my music. Came to find out a little later there wasn't another bar within 20,000 miles, and this guy was a raving alcoholic. He had no place else to go. So he comes up to me one night at the end of the summer and he says, "Hey." I looked back at him, I said, "Hey." He said, "I've been watching you all summer, boy, and I gotta tell you, I think you suck." I said, "Wow." I didn't know what to say. What would you have said? I said, "Why?" Thank you, man. I needed that. So I'm sitting there thinking, man, I'm going to be in therapy for 95 months, working out this Hicks opinion of my music. So I said, what's your problem with it? He goes, "Well, you know, me and my brothers, we big fans of Eddie Van Halen and the Eddie Van Halen band. And last summer we packed up the truck and we drove all the way into Austin to see Eddie Van Halen and the Eddie Van Halen band. And the whole time he played, he was way up here. He did stuff with his teeth. He did all sorts of silly things. And you just play at the top of your guitar and tell your silly stories. I just think you suck." So when I wrote this song, I thought of my buddy Trog, and I thought of my friends back in Texas, and I thought of Waylon and Willie and all them boys out there. I thought of the Devil's Backbone Tavern. I thought of Miss Virgie. And then I thought of that guy. Eat your heart out, you inbred bastard. Hey. Thank you. I'm going to do one more for you here. Y'all having a good time? How about the band, huh? Are they all right? Isn't it nice of them to sit up here when I'm doing this thing? I want to bring them some magazines. I'll sing you a new song, okay? Everyone has days like I'm having, holding on to anything that I can, to keep myself from anything but laughing while I'm looking back as far as I can stay. Out my window, winter is almost over. I can almost see the sun behind these clouds. Looking back on where I was 1 year ago today, and laughing at the shape I'm in now. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, but all I heard was how I should get ahead. And now growing up, it ain't anything but all this indecision with these debts and doubts and worries hanging on my head. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. God, I wish I could remember what I said. Well, I'd like to find that old-time feeling somewhere in between what I've become. Somewhere down the line, It must have seemed appealing, so I suppose that it must work for some. But I wanna go back to going crazy, believing every word that I was told. You know, sometimes growing up, I think I'm getting wiser, and then other times I think I'm getting old. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, but all I heard was how I ought to get ahead. And now growing up, it ain't anything but all this indecision, with these debts and doubts and worries that I've got hanging over my head. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. God, I wish I could remember what I said. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. God, I wish I could remember what I said. I got a gift coming to me. Bang them drums. Bang the shit up. What is it? Y'all ready to party now? She's so politically correct. Isn't she? One, two. She's got a dead sticker. It's hanging off the back of her car. And her best friend's gay and her boyfriend plays the guitar. When she ain't out saving trees, trying to bring the right wing down to its knees, she says Dice Clay is a total sleaze. She really digs Ballad flag. Ah, she's so politically correct. Well, she's so politically correct. Well, there's a rally coming up, there's a weekend that she can't wait. Well, all the rednecks hate her, but then who don't they hate? I'm gonna love her till the day I die. I love the way she never lets her calls go by. I dig the little twinkle she gets in her eye when she's talking about the national day. Why, she's so politically correct. Well, she's so politically correct. Watch it now. Oh! She's got a separate container in her kitchen where she keeps all her cans. And she knows that her ideas are as good as any man. She'd rather wear faded jeans and pearls. Swear someday she's gonna save the world. She's always saying how them indigo girls never got enough respect. Oh God, now she's so politically correct. Oh yeah, well she's so politically correct. Well she's so politically correct. new song for you if that's all right. What'd I get? A rugby hat, man. I could have been. We're going to do a new song for you. It's called Alot More. Well, some guys are looking for diamonds. Some guys just want to pay their bills. Some guys are climbing up mountains while others are digging for thrills. Some guys, they want to win trophies. Some guys just want to get girls. Yes, some guys swear they won't stop working till they own everything in the world. Well, good luck at the end of that rainbow. If you think that's what you're here for, make no mistakes about it, baby. I want a whole lot more. I want a whole lot more. Sometimes I see people out here playing every single one of their cards for bigger this and better that and greener grass round the pools in their yard. Yeah, they're working, they slave just so they can save up a whole lot to leave behind. Yeah, some guys are just so certain success is the key to their peace of mind. Good luck at the end of that rainbow. If you think that's what you're here for, make no mistakes about it, sugar. I want a whole lot more. I want a whole lot more. I want a whole lot more than treasures that I can store down here on earth. Let me know. Okay, hey, we rolling. Grab that mando, brother. Y'all ready to do some singing now? We're gonna start singing and dancing and raising toasts and screaming and holy cow. Well, his red spandex pants, they fit a bit too tight. His blonde wavy hair's falling out. The parents don't fear him, and young girls don't find to be much worth screaming about. Although you still find his records in the 3-for-1 rack in the back of some old record store. He's a heavy metal has-been, and he ain't worth a shit anymore. All right now. He said that he'd rather steal than get a real job, so I figure that's what he'll do. 'Cause who's gonna hire some strung out old singer all covered with satanic tattoos? And he can't turn his amp up to 10 anymore without his pierced ear getting sore. He's a heavy metal has-been, and he ain't worth a shit anymore. All together, here we go. Used to sit on his bus, drinking to us, and all of the money that we'd spent. Drove a bright red Mercedes, he got him all the ladies, but he never thought it would end. And now he's opening shows for some band no one knows, and he's hauling his stuff in a Ford. He's a heavy metal has-been, and he ain't worth a shit anymore. Y'all do it one time, here we go. He's a heavy. We're gonna do that one more time here. He's a heavy. One more time, even still. Heavy metal, and he ain't worth a fuck. Take it home, boys. All right, then. This land is our land. Make way for a brand new nation. Big ideas, got brand new plans. Heaven knows I need this land we're gonna build. Big high and wide, city streets through countrysides. Chemicals and pesticides. This land is ours. Well, we came out on a raging sea to claim some place where we'd be free. We got hopeful hearts, working hands, and heaven knows we need this. And then we're gonna build big factories for paper plates, plastic trees, styrofoam, and antifreeze. Baby, this land is ours. 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 Well, we came out on a raging sea to claim some place where we'd be free. We got hopeful hearts, working hands. Heaven knows we need this land, 'cause the world needs landfills, diet pills and paper mills, country clubs and oil spills. This land is ours. This land is ours. This land is ours. This land is ours. This land is freeway through a reservation, make way for a brand new nation. Big ideas, got brand new plans. Heaven knows need this land. Super Bowls, subway rides, remote controls, pesticides, gang-related homicides. This land is ours. This land is ours. This land is ours. This land is ours. Well, hello, stranger. I've known you for years, and I can read right through those proudly held back tears. been pouring beers for years around here for guys like you who thought they fell in love until they landed on that stool. So here's one for a memory, buddy, this one's on the house. Everybody in here knows what hurting's all about. We know if money can't buy love, it'll buy one more round. And the doors are always open here, she just left me alone. Woo! Well, if you're feeling lonely, you're not alone. And if you feel abandoned, well, you should feel at home. All our clientele have been to hell and back before. We know how it feels to watch the world walk out your door. So here's one for a memory, buddy, this one's on the house. Well, everybody in here knows what hurting's all about. We know the money can buy love, and it'll buy one more round. And the doors are always open here, she just left me alone. Love's a losing battle. Well, we've all got our scars. Hey, tell your sad story, buddy. I'll tell you why. Then we'll drink to our misfortunes till the morning comes around. Hey, the doors are always open here, she just left me alone. Hey, the doors are always open here, she just left me alone. Y'all want to maybe be on a record? Well, we're going to put it down for you this time. Joe, start me off. Y'all know this one. We're going to do this again for you. I want y'all to be drunk on this one. It's the end of the world as we know it, and we're rocking. My Generation, Part 2, Verse 3, Chapter 7, 45, hut, hut, go! Y'all want to maybe be on a record? Well, we're going to put it down for you this time. Joe, start me off. Y'all know this one. We're going to do this again for you. I want y'all to be drunk on this one. It's the end of the world as we know it, and we're rocking. My Generation, Part 2, Verse 3, Chapter 7, 45, hut, hut, go! Well, my old man says it would generation ain't good for nothing. I can think of something, so I thought I'd jot it down. So here's the hair gel hanging out at the health spot, using condom sense, watching LA Law. Here's the drum machine, stonewash sheet, credit cards, fax machines, big bow-headed chicks and frat guys. $40 tie-dye t-shirts, big bow paisley tie. And here's to living off that as long as you can and blending in with the crowd. Oh, my generation should be proud. In the hallowed halls, 500,000 shopping malls, and there ain't any price we're too proud to pay. We'll buy anything from Diet Sprite to 1,000 points of light. I admit we're not that bright, but I'm proud anyway. So here's the hair gel hanging out at the health spot, using condom sense, watching Arsenio Hall. Here's the drum machine, stonewash beam, credit cards, fax machines, big bow-headed chicks and fragging. Wearing $40 tie-dye t-shirts and big bow paisley tie. Here's to living off that as long as you can and blending in with the crowd. Oh, my generation, God, I hope I die before I get home. My generation, strike a pose, there's nothing to it, boom. My generation. Words of the 80s, what have you done for me lately? My generation should be proud, so proud. Hey, hey, hey! Y'all ready to boogie a little bit now? Now you're singing. We're gonna do you another new song here. Play that funky music. Tried to look like he had a little bit of money. Big drifter with a southern drawl. I could tell right away by the way he was running that the boy was just a big draw. At least a junkie knows what he needs. You get a man all strung out on greed, he'll give up everything he's got. One shot at having it all. He taking every last cent of his savings on a trip to the local track. Get a tip from a friend, bet it all to win on a horse and a hard back. Well, he ain't no fool, boy, didn't bet it all. Everything was cool when that horse took a fall, but then it possibly do. They want that easy money. I don't understand. Lord, got this scheme and they plan. They can't get their hands on no easy money. Listen, now she's been watching him from a table. Not too soft, not too tough. She figured by the money he was tossing around that he was damn sure good luck. So, look all he said, she shot him away. He took his last $5, bought her a drink. By the time they hit the motel 6, they figured they was in love, love, love. She loved that easy money. Possibly do. They want that easy money. I don't understand. God, they scheme and they plan. They can't get their hands on no easy money. Rockin'. From a business friend, he found his surefire steal of an investment deal, and honey, guess what? He gonna let both of us in. So she took all his savings out of the bank, and on the way home they stopped to gas up her tank. She went in for some 6. She never saw the fucker again. He got that easy money. Possibly do. They want that easy money. God, I don't understand. Hell, they scheme and they plan. They can't get their hands on no easy money. Oh, they scheme and they plan. They ain't got their hands on no easy duck swum a lake, never lost a feather. This time next year, may we all be together. All right. We're gonna do something special for you. Start that again. Look at this. You know we're getting late at night now. But it's the same old tune, fiddle and guitar. Where do we take it from here? These rhinestone suits and these big fancy stars, God, it's been the same way for years. It's gotta change. Yeah. Somebody told me when I first came to Nashville, son, you finally got it made. Oh, Hank made it here. They were all sure that you will, but I don't think Hank done it this way. No, I don't think Hank done it like this. Ha, 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 ha. Yes, traveling around this world in a five-piece band, speeding my own life away. Hey, tell me one more time, just so I'll understand. Are you sure Hank done it this way? Are you sure Hank done it this way? Somebody told me when I first came to Nashville, they said, son, you's gonna have it made. They said, Hank did it here. Yeah, we're all sure that you will, but I don't think Hank done it this way. No, I don't think Hank done it this way. I'm traveling around this world in a five-piece band. I've been speeding my young life away. Hey, tell me one more time, just so I'll understand. Are you sure Hank done it this way? Did Hank really do it this way? Thank you. I saw Peter Herka over there on the fiddle. Joe McLeary back here on the drum set. Joe Mariencheck on the bass guitar. Old Wayne Perkins playing that guitar. Kenny, thank you, man. We've had a lot of fun in this place. It's a shame to see it's gonna close. But we're gonna have fun one more time, man. The song I made up with Mark Marchetti. It's called Somebody's Coming. Tell anybody they ain't got nobody. Somebody's coming. Tell all these people who think they need money. Somebody coming won't let you down, won't turn everything you thought was right around. It's somebody coming that's gonna change everything. Tell everybody at the end of the line, somebody's coming. Tell anybody that's going through a hard time, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming, been right here before. If you think you're out of chances, honey, you got one more. 'Cause there's somebody coming that's gonna change everything. Somebody's coming to change your mind, sneak up on all you believe from behind. Somebody's coming like a thief in the night on somebody's people when we're too weak to fight. Yes, somebody coming that's gonna change everything. Somebody's coming, somebody's coming. Y'all look out, somebody is coming, yeah. Somebody's coming, it's gonna change everything. We want to thank y'all for coming out and helping us tonight. We sure have had a good time. Hell yeah. We'll see you someplace else, all right? God bless you. TODD SNIDER, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. TODD SNIDER.